So here I've got Outeniqua Yellowwood, Podocarpus falcatus. This is a 7-year-old tree grown from seed. I got it from a friend. His name is Hanu. Shout out to Hanu for giving me this little tree. I got it from Hanu seven years ago. He germinated it from a seed, and it was exactly like this one, about half a finger long. And I've had this tree in bonsai training ever since Hanu gifted me the seedling. So when I got the seedling, I just had it in a pot and I grew it, trained it, pruned it, and about 3 years ago I just put that S bend in it, and then I really neglected this tree. I just wildly just pruned it, kept it short. Life got busy and I just never really paid much attention to it, and now I'm trying to rectify a few problems, things that I see in this tree. So we currently have load shedding, so my lighting is not good. And what I see on this tree, I did a major cut over there in the middle, and then when I go to the top, so looking at this tree from the top, you can see where I cut it. There's multiple branching in the same area. There's about 6-7 branches in the same area. There's one branch coming up. I could make that the new central leader. Wire one of these side branches up like that, and carry on with that as a leader. But I'm gonna have to thin out this big time, so I'm gonna have to take out some of these branches. I thought of taking this lower branch, but then I'm afraid that the tree is it's just going to be like this little broom. So this branch is going to help me. I'll wire it. It's split into 3 separate branches, so I'll select a branch, wire it down a little bit, and then I'll clean up this mess in the middle. There's 2 potential central leaders right next to each other going up, so I can choose one of those. The one on the right would probably give me the most movement to carry on with that S shape, so the one on the right, I might just keep that and take the one on the left out. And then I'll have to just sit and study the tree a little bit. So I'm going to start out with cleaning some of the leaves on the inside, and just open some of the branches so that I can start wiring them. So I won't bore you with that. I'll just clean it up, get all the branches wired, and then make some decisions on which branches I'll take out. But quite a nice tree. There's a nice root ball nabari developing there. It's like this nice knee almost that it's making. It's getting some character on the trunk. But yeah, this is probably what you can expect in 7 years growing a yellowwood tree from seed, bonsaiing it. like I say, it's definitely, it looks nice from a distance, but when you get close and you start looking in it, it's a complete mess. So I'll get at it. All right, so I'm starting with this lower branch. I've cleaned it up a little bit. Looking close to the branch, closer to the branch, there's 3 branches, one going left, one going up in the middle, and one going vertically up. The one going up vertically, I'll take out, as well as the one next to it. And then I'm left with just this branch coming up and out. And I'll put some wire on that branch and give it some nice shape. Just a nice thin 1 millimeter wire I'll put on. There's this branch, this thicker branch growing right above it. You can see there, I just pruned it in the past, and it's shot out a branch there and to the left over there. And I feel the need, it just doesn't look good, and I will remove this branch. Alright, so I'm going to go in as close as I can. The best would be if you've got a concave cutter, but I don't have one of those at the moment. I'm going to go try and get in close, and there that branch goes. So I'll sit a little bit now and look at the tree some more. So already that looks a lot cleaner. I was very much in 2 minds about taking that branch, but now all of a sudden it does make sense. If I turn the tree around, there's another 2-3 year old growth. You can see it's brown, it's hardened off. Another branch coming out that same area. In the back, it looks nice. In front, there's another branch coming up, splitting into multiple branches. And this is just for me personally. I've got quite a lot of Podocarpus trees, a lot of Yellowwoods, and it's not the easiest tree to work on, and it's not the easiest tree to grow as bonsai. You need to work on them like constantly. They do actually grow fast, split, and you gotta be on it. You gotta stay on it to develop it nicely, to make a nice tree. You can't leave it as long as what I left this. So I'm gonna just try and make the best out of a situation here. And but this is typical. If you pruned it, you'll get this multiple branchings in one area. And you've got to keep it clean to develop the tree further and upward. So it's not a horrible tree by any means, but it needs a lot of work, and I could have been much further with its refinement if I've just kept my hand on it. So I'm going to just sit and look at the branches a little bit more, and I'll make some big decisions. Before I forget, I just have to mention, cuts like that, you want to take some sort of a tree seal on the Podocarpus trees species, because that whole branch might die there. You might lose that whole branch. It's happened to me before on these. So I'll just go in with a nice bit of tree seal, and I seal that cutting or that pruning wound over there. Right, so I've looked at the tree some more, and there where I saw those 2 branches left and right I thought the one on the right would be the better one to choose as a leader, and I still think that one in the center, it fills in the tree quite nice, but that branch needs to go. So I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna take that branch. So that's a big cut. That's a big branch, and that's pretty much it's a huge portion of the tree. So I'll clean that wound up a little bit and give it some sealer. Just trying to create some space to wire the branches that I want to keep, getting rid of the ones I don't want now. While I'm looking at this situation, this branch over here, I'll just trim out the center one. Looking at it again, it's growing out right next to this other older branch, and I think I'm going to take this whole branch there. So I'm going to go in, take that out. Now things are starting to happen. Not always sure if it's the right things, but it's something needs to happen. So there that is. I'll clean that up and seal them. Alright, so now that I've opened this tree up a lot more, I can see better on the inside. This is I did some sealer on the wounds there. So this is the new leader that I'm that I've chosen for this tree. And I need to carry on with this leader, and luckily I've got 1, 2, 3 branches coming out the tip of it. So I'm going to wire the one on the right. I'm going to wire that up over there. So I'm going to have this S bend coming up into my leader, and that will carry on to the top. I'll do a prune there, and that can split, and I can develop it further up there. So then, still looking on the inside, there's a lot of things that I need to do. I'm going to keep this old branch. I'm going to wire it. I'm going to bring these branches back to the inside of the tree to just try and, obviously, I mean, I pruned it quite late when I did. Like I said, the tree didn't get the attention that it needed or deserved. So I'll wire them, try and bring them back, and luckily these are good back budders. I can develop it further inside the tree as the time goes by. So this is my new central leader over there, and I'm just going to sit and look at what branches. There's still too many coming out. There's 1, 2, 3 coming out in the same spot, and that's why I'm getting this thick knob over here, and I don't want that. I don't like that. Like I said, a concave cutter would probably have been the best thing here. I don't have that right now. I can come back and do that cut at a later stage, just to try and get the taper. If you look at it from this angle, you can see that how it thickens up over there where all those branches, I mean, there's so much energy that's being moved through this area into all these branches. So hopefully now, with choosing this as a central leader, creating apical dominance over here, most of the energy will go and it'll thicken up over here, and eventually the taper will stabilize, will sort itself out, hopefully. So I'm gonna just wire this branch, and this one, the 3 that I definitely know that I want to keep, as well as the 4th, which is the leader. And then I think I'll have a look at it again, bend them a little bit, and let's see what it looks like then. Alright, so I've looked at it again, and to keep, branches staggering, keeping it balanced around the tree, I've got a very small branch over here that I wanted to cut off, but I thought I'm going to keep that because I've got this branch to the left here, and I need to make a decision. There's my leader, so I need to make a decision if I'm going to cut this one or this one. And I think because this is going to be my leader, I'm gonna cut this this branch over here. Not sure now. So right, yes, I'm gonna cut this branch over here, and I'll develop this one because it's lower than this one but higher than this one. This one's lower again, so I'm going from low, step up, step up. The one in the back needs to go. And one needs to go. So from there it steps to there, to there, to there, to there, and that's our leader. I'm still sitting with this one that's on the same level, growing on the same level as this guy over here. This I'm definitely keeping. This is a really nice branch, and it's branched out into some more branches over there. I really have to, there's a lot of energy going into this branch, so I'm just gonna nip that back quick. Really needs to come in. If I look at it from this angle, I've got that lowest branch, that one over there. Then this is the next one up from that. I can't have this branch and that branch. It's like wings in line with each other. If I look, let's look from the top. Maybe we can see what needs to happen if we look from the top. There's a little branch. There's just too many branches coming out in the same area. This branch I could keep, even though it's almost on the same level as this one. But this one I could keep because it's on the new leader, the one we've chosen, that needs to thicken up. So I can keep that to stimulate growth, also going into this branch, thicken that up. Then there's this one coming off the same branch on the bend, and I think that needs to go because it's interfering, it's growing parallel with this one. So that needs to go for sure. Alright, so yeah, I'm back with I think the final product. I'm happy with it for now. So what I've decided, those two branches that I was talking about, like wings in line with each other, I decided to keep them both because the one, I actually want to pull it down a little bit more, but I can wire that one down because it had a nice branch. and I just wired that way, and the one on the other side lifted it up a little bit with this branch going up, and I'm calling this the front of the tree for now. It's got this nice root ball. I'm going to transplant this tree within the next 2 months. And so you can see I've carried on with that S shape. Into the new leader. Just carrying on with that. And that's pretty much what the tree looks like now. I think it came out well, not too bad for what it was. I think it's like anything really. If something's a little bit overwhelming, you just got to start somewhere, and the project will show its way. So I just want to mention this little branch, the one that I've kept there. It's not a extremely healthy branch, but I think it looks like something ate it. But that's an important branch for me. I think it's sitting in the right space over there, and I'll bring that forward, create a nice bend in it, and bring it into this gap. You can see there's a big void here, so I'd like to bring that in there. And I'll pay closer attention to this tree. I really like the tree, and it's special to me. I used to send a photo yearly to this friend of mine, to Ohanu Bota, that gave me this little tree, and I don't think I've sent him a photo in the past 3 years of it. So maybe he checks this, sees this video one day, and I think he can be proud of me. Proud of me and proud of the tree. So anyway, there we go. That's it. There'll be updates on this tree as it grows and as I develop it. Nothing's set in stone here. I'll change it. If I see there's something that I can change, I'll change it. So there we go. Podocarpus Falcatus. Buster Geelhout, Outeniqua Yellowwood. One of my favorite indigenous tree species. Thank you for watching, and watch the space.